A key part of Toby's training is getting him to accept different things without feeling anxious. He feels particularly vulnerable to movement, and their umbrellas are so good for this. I clipped the lunge rein onto his left bit ring and also attached one side rein on the same side, and this helps prevent him escaping through his right shoulder if he got overreactive. Timing is everything when working with a scared horse, and I juggle keeping his fear to a manageable level without diminishing the impact. Toby does a lot of moving around, but I need to do as little as possible. I try to have minimal body movement and let the umbrella do the work.
It's excellent, isn't it?
I reward him every time with a nut when he's brave enough to put his muzzle on the umbrella. Knowing Toby over the few months that we've had him, I realise that in actual fact he's far more scared than really he actually shows, and this is why, if you're not careful to read the signs, he can just go into a blind panic without previously showing many symptoms that that's what he's going to do. I keep the umbrella down on the ground because he feels that really very threatening, something low, something behind him. He wants to keep coming round and looking at it, which is fine, or else he wants to run away from it. I'm trying to encourage him to just stand without feeling he needs to keep up this incessant movement, sideways, backwards. And he does, and I give him a nut. Finally, he feels he can stand, and I give him another nut. Now I've lifted the umbrella up above his back in the region of the saddle. He particularly doesn't like things going over his quarters, really doesn't. And I've got some thoughts about that which we'll go into later. But I keep the umbrella on his back. I don't give in. And finally, he says he feels he can actually stand, and he has another nut, and the umbrella stays on his back. I can give it a twirl, and he still stands still. He sniffs it again, and he gets another nut. So I'm quite happy with the progress he's made.